Are you getting tired of the day-to-day slop pile of hero shooters getting more and more inflated? What about those greedy Chinese companies stealing your data and your money for those Gooner skins? Do you want to support a company that's not morally indifferent to workplace harassment? Well, you need to try Deadlock! Mr. D's? Mr. Nuts, that's my name. To show you the results of Deadlock, we brought in a happy customer right here. Take it away, Hiyakimaru.
Deadlock made my life so much better. It made my kids' lives better. It made my wife's lives better. I recommend Deadlock to everyone. You should definitely try it. Let's go.
That's right, folks. Get Deadlock now. Only on PC. Don't play Deadlock if you're stupid, dumb, idiotic, brain dead, bad at games, throwing my games, you stupid fucking bastard. Deadlock may cause anger, sadness, sweating, gamer rage, and my name Jeff.
Okay, maybe just one more Overwatch game before I play Deadlock.
Deadlock is a Valve game. Therefore, I like it. When I heard that Valve, one of my favorite video game developers in the industry, was working on a new game, I wanted to see what was taking them so long to cook up. And then I found out that the new game was a MOBA. Let's just say I was less than excited. Keep in mind, the only MOBA I ever played before this was League of Legends, and I only ever played 2 games of that before I realized I hated the game. I was ass, and I uninstalled it that night. But I had hope that my glorious king, Gaben, would come down from the heavens and make a game I enjoyed, which he did. I like Deadlock a lot. New day, new outfit, new recording. I got this. Deadlock has been in development since 2018, originally going under the name Neon Prime, which had a futuristic aesthetic instead of the current 1940s noir one that it has now. Thank God they changed up the aesthetic for this game. The futuristic aesthetic is clogging up the arteries of the video game industry. I feel like every new game that comes out is just Cyberpunk ripoff or Elden Ring ripoff. It's always just either medieval fantasy, right? Or Cyberpunk 26/7. Luckily, Deadlock doesn't have this issue. I mean, this game looks crisp. Some characters still have their old Neon Prime design, but most characters in the game fit the theme very well. Abrams, Moe and Krill, Pocket, Infernus, the Doorman, Wraith, all these characters feel 1940s. Also, the music in this game is full of creamy goodness. Every time I boot up that main menu, I can just feel it. Oh! I just feel it coming inside of me. It's great. I can feel the aesthetic of the game being pumped straight into my bloodstream, which is what you want from a game like this. The gameplay of Deadlock is very similar to League of Legends, both of them being MOBAs, but there's a twist of third-person shooter, very Fortnite Battle Royale, or GTA 5. In Deadlock, there are 3 lanes, used to be 4. You and another person on lane have to take down the enemy team's Guardian, and then their Walker, and then their next set of Guardians, and then you get into their base, and then you take down their 2 shrines, and then you take down their patron, and then you take down the final patron, and that's how you win Deadlock. Now, you're probably thinking this seems rather easy because I explained it in a very minimalistic way, but trust me, this game is actually very complex. And while you're killing people in the enemy team or taking down their Guardians or Walkers, you can collect souls. Souls are very important. You get souls from doing side quests, that's either defeating mid-boss, breaking boxes, or perhaps defeating these Mike Wazowski-looking guys. After you have enough souls to buy what you want, you go ahead and ditch your team, head back to your base, and buy a bunch of upgrades. And that's where Deadlock peaks in my opinion. Feeling your character scaling, feeling yourself getting better and better as time goes on. From taking your average hero shooter slop character into a character that can do crazy combos and tons of damage. The upgrades you can buy at your base or shop are in 3 categories. There's gun upgrades, which upgrade your gun magazine, gun damage, gun fire rate, everything that's gun related. There's your health upgrades, which, you know, pretty self-explanatory. It upgrades your health, your regen, it gives you a shield. And then there's spirit upgrades, which revolve around your character's abilities. More ability damage, less ability cooldown, bigger expansion on your abilities, the whole 9 yards. And that's basically the core gameplay of Deadlock. You kill people, you kill Mike Wazowski, you kill mid-boss, you get souls, you upgrade your character to become bigger and badder as you fight the enemy team. Now that might sound confusing if your name is Felix Lingel? Linguel? Linguel? I don't know. It's XQC. I'm talking about XQC.
I'm just gonna go back to base for once. There's no point fucking... Yeah. Who said that?
Now let's talk about these characters that can put these upgrades to use. During this section when it comes to characters, I will be mainly talking about characters that I main. So let's begin with the Doorman, otherwise known as the Hotel Twink. Doorman has abilities straight out of Portal 2, and that's really cool to me as a longtime Portal fan. He basically has these portals he can put on walls and travel through them with his teammates. He also has this bell dinger that he can throw, and then when he shoots it, it does damage and does a little status effect to the enemy. He also has a cart that he can throw at people, sending them to a wall and then giving them a knockdown. And lastly, his ultimate is the Hotel Guest, where it sends you to the evil, fucked up Roblox obby of Doom and Evil. And it's pretty evil. You basically just run up to someone and go, "Fuck you, you're going to twitter.com." And then they're forced to parkour their way out of hell. Other than Doorman being extremely fun to play, his personality is also very interesting. He's more of like an entity rather than a person, very G-Man-like if you've ever played Half-Life before. He just has so much pizzazz in all his animations, very gay. From his run to his slide to his crouch, it's all very straight and focused and angular, which fits his character very well. Yeah, this probably is contender for my favorite new character introduced to me this year, right next to Anthony Tenna from Deltarune, and I don't know. I really haven't thought about that much. Pocket is this Danny Phantomass guy with the ability to control ghosts. Kind of. It's kind of hard to explain. He has ghost balls he can throw out of his suitcase, which is pretty cool. He has a ghost jacket that he throws, and then he can teleport to it. He has his suitcase that he can hide in, popping out doing damage. And then he has his ultimate ability, where he jumps into his suitcase, jumps out, and a bunch of frogs come out of it for some reason. And these frogs cause a poison effect, damaging the opponents around him over time. I like Pocket a lot, though he seems to be not very good in game. I still enjoy playing him. His design is very clean, and his backstory is actually rather interesting, so let's get into that. Pocket was apparently assassinated and then brought back from the Ghost Dimension, here to clean up from the sins of his father. Let's talk about his dad, because it's pretty interesting. His father is the owner/ex-owner, I don't remember, of Fairfax Ammunition. Fairfax Ammunition is the same company you buy all your upgrades from. This company is known for committing mass amounts of war crimes. There's nothing I love more in my games than companies that are just straight up evil for the sake of being evil, or owned by an evil person. I find that very amusing to me. Nothing says a Valve game more than a mega corporation. Do I love games that have mega corporations and CEO overlords that rule the world? It's my favorite genre of game. Obviously, it's a statement on capitalism, probably, just like most video games that are out there. Look at any of the Metal Gear games, it's very evident. So yeah, moral of the story is Pocket's just kind of here to clean up for his dad because his dad's a piece of shit. So, yeah, what are you going to do, man? Sinclair the Magnificent is the worst character in the game and the least picked character in the game. Just so happens when I first got Deadlock, he was the first character I wanted to pick up and try. Lucky me. Sinclair is the combination of two people trapped inside a mannequin dressed up as a magician. The two people trapped inside of Sinclair are Savannah and Henry, and they argue a lot. It's like playing a character that is divorced. Sinclair has the ability to shoot a bolt out of his wand that he can redirect with mouse 1. He goes like, pew, and then it shoots out and you can move it. Pretty cool. His second ability is that he spawns a clone that can also shoot people with the wand. Okay, it's not too bad. His other ability is a bunny rabbit that he can turn you into if you walk into an area that he puts down. Kind of a shit ability, not very good unless you have a teammate around. You can make it work, but it's kind of hard. And lastly, his last ability is to copy people's ults. The big problem with his ultimate is that he can't copy his teammates' ults. He can only copy enemy ults. This makes it so if the enemy team has bad ultimates, you're shit out of luck and you're useless. So, yeah, kind of sucks. As you can evidently tell, there's a reason why Sinclair is the worst character in the game and the least picked character in the game. They suck. I have praised Deadlock a lot in this video. It seems like I really like it, because I do. But Deadlock has the same problems that a lot of hero shooters have on the market right now, so let's go over them. Number 1, reliance on teammates. If you get into a game and your team is full of a bunch of fresh installs, be ready to lose because this game is kind of hard to understand when you first get it. It's like playing a video game with my father. You ever played a video game with your parents and you're really good and they're really bad and you just feel terrible because you love them? Trust me, I do love the fresh install Abrams that's on my team, but he's not playing well, and that's very upsetting to me. I think the last game my dad ever played was like Madden. Like, it's a sports game. That's all I really have to say. I think the last game me and my dad ever played together was Call of Duty Ghosts, and we played that together on my Xbox 360. And I remember playing split-screen custom games with him, and I just walked him in like a sniper duel. I think it was like 30-0. It was sad. I'm sorry, Dad. Toxicity in Deadlock has already become a problem. If you want to type some snarky shit to the enemy, you can, because it's just open chat. You can just say whatever you want to the enemy. And obviously, most people are not going to pre-mute the enemy team. That's some, baby shit. So, yeah, there are times where I die to somebody, where I kill somebody, and they get angry at me. It happens. One time I killed somebody in a game as doorman. I sent them to the hotel, and they were like, yo, by the way, I linked up with your mom at the hotel. And then I just replied with, slob on my knob. Never gets old. This game has some balancing issues, mainly with characters like Billy, who's not my GOAT. That would be the mini P.E.K.K.A. from Clash Royale. But characters like Lash, Billy, Paige, Drifter, Victor, all these characters have some big balancing issues that need to be addressed. Lash is spirit damage slop, Paige is nerd girl slop, and Drifter has way too much art of him kissing men already. So where do I see Deadlock in the future? Well, there's 3 lanes this game can go down, just like the game itself. Let's start with the good ending. The good ending is that Deadlock is a respectable game, with many people playing it around the world, with a fairly non-toxic community, and a lot of people enjoy the game, overall being a critical and commercial success. The neutral ending is that Deadlock is successful, but having the community of Overwatch or Valorant, full of e-daters and sweaty-ass nerds, and having over 142,000 entries on Rule 34. And then there's the bad ending, where Deadlock comes out, it's popular for a few months, and then it eventually dies out after about a year, just like any game that comes out now. That would be a failure for Valve. By the time this video comes out, I'll probably be playing Borderlands 4. I feel like I really haven't mentioned how much I love that franchise on this channel, but I do. So maybe expect a video on Borderlands. Yeah.
Deadlock saved my life. It made my kids' lives better, it made my wife's lives better, and it made my life better. I recommend Deadlock to everyone. I don't know what else. I will try again. I forgot what the fuck I said at the end.